Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and my very first video. Oh good lord, my 7-year-old self would absolutely love me. But, hi. So, if you read the title of the video, this is my first step in making my art career. Yeah. So, I recorded the speed paint, over a course of a day, so if you guys see the lighting that's different, that's the reason why. Also getting really new to editing, so I'm sorry if the editing is really janky and weird, but yeah. So I'm using acrylic gouache for this painting. It's Turner acrylic gouache, which I feel like is a very underrated gouache. I haven't seen a lot of people use it. I've seen maybe like one YouTube video about it, talking about acrylic gouache. That's pretty much it. I haven't seen anybody else use it. I really love it. I don't have a lot of experience with gouache. The only other gouache I've ever used is designer gouache from Hobby Lobby, but I used these, and when I first got them, I thought they were defective, which sounds horrible because I did not read the label or what I was buying, the description of the product on Amazon. But these are traditional gouache, so they have a gritty texture, and when I first was using them, I thought it was pigment that wasn't mixed properly in the binder, and I was just about to submit a review on Amazon, and then I read a description and I was like, oh, never mind, these are exactly what I bought. But yeah, and I have them in my art box or whatever, where I store my art supplies, and I was like, whatever, they're fine. And I kind of was like, I really want to get into gouache, and I picked these up, and I really just kind of fell in love with them. So that's what we're using for this painting. I'm painting Marcille from Delicious in the Dungeon. I don't know if anybody else has really fallen in love with it. I know there's a big fandom. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen the fan art. Wish I hadn't in some cases, but I love this show. It is so good. I have not read the manga, but me and my boyfriend are absolutely obsessed with this show. He says I'm a lot like Marcille, and I kind of agree. And so that's why I kind of decided to make this painting. I was watching the show at the time when I was doing this, and I was like, yeah, I love it. So with that being said, sketch with me, paint with me, or just chill and relax, listen to my sweet, sweet voice, and kind of enjoy my thoughts, discussions on starting my art career. So, on the topic of today's video, starting my art career without drawing for 4 years. 4 years ago, I was a freshman in high school. Was that 4 years ago? I believe so. So I was a sophomore in high school. I got busy. I moved to a new town and met my boyfriend, and I don't know, I got busy. Plus, this was right after COVID, so the world was kind of all over the place. Fast forward to December 2023, I picked up a sketchbook again. I actually bought one from Hobby Lobby randomly and started drawing again. And it felt amazing. I honestly did it just to see if I could still draw to the same level that, or close to the same level that I could back then. When I was drawing and painting regularly, I was drawing and painting portraits, and I was really into the 50s. So I have somewhere a painting of Marilyn Monroe that I did with watercolors, and I have a charcoal drawing of Elvis Presley, and I did a lot of that. I never did a lot of like fan art or anything like that. I just love drawing portraits and doing paintings, and so I started picking up art again. I started drawing regularly and picking that skill back up again. And then I found my old sketchbook from when I was in 8th grade. At that time I was doing art competitions for my high school. There's a state competition called VASE in my state, and each year I got, like, I think that year I went to state, I believe. I had saved the note from one of the evaluators who had wrote something to the effect of, "We need more people like you, never stop what you're doing." And I read that and I kind of realized that I was dumb for not continuing what I love. And I think possibly part of the reason why I stopped doing art so frequently is that I thought that it couldn't turn into anything, that, you know, if I wanted to be quote-unquote famous, or I wanted to make money with my art or anything, I had to be one of the lucky few, and it was by chance. It wasn't because you worked hard and you did the work. It was all by luck. Maybe part of that's true. I mean, I'm sure a lot of that is true, but this is my declaration to the world and to myself that this is what I want to do. I used to have an Instagram for my art. I have no idea where it is or what it's called. But this was back in probably 2015, maybe 2017, maybe 2018. I had a decent following. Maybe, I mean, way more than I have now. I have a measly 23 lovely followers. But it's not the, I don't know, it's not the same. And it was before TikTok, so Reels weren't a thing. And it was much easier to gain a following, gain traction, gain something. And unlike now, it's so different, and it's so weird kind of going back into that space and not getting the same results that I was getting, or even close to what I was getting, you know, back when I was younger and posting before Reels and TikTok were a thing. And it's crazy. And I'm not very video tech savvy. I'm sure whoever watches this is gonna look at this and see this janky editing. Oh god, I don't know, maybe it's good, I'm not very sure. So starting this art career is gonna be a journey, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so determined to do this, and so determined to share my art and hopefully my personality as well. I feel like social media can be very discouraging for artists, and I say this with posting back when I did and having somewhat of a following and somewhat of success online with my art to now, it's so discouraging. And to have no engagement whatsoever. The internet has just changed so drastically from the 5-6 years that I was posting to now. But I feel like I'm way more determined now. It brings a challenge. And it's insane. So one thing that I really love about gouache is the multimedia capabilities, especially with Turner gouache. And I think this is the reason I fell in love with it, is because of like the gritty texture of it. It works really, really well with the colored pencils. So like going in with the details and kind of like defining her eyes and shadows and stuff like that, it worked so well. I find with like other mediums, or even like gouache, sometimes it gets really flat and doesn't have the same texture, so the wax can't pick up on it. But with this, it has like a light gritty texture to it. I feel like it creates a nice texture within the whole piece, as well as a nice texture for the wax to grip onto. I don't know, I've been in love with experimenting with it, and it's been great. So it was around this time in the painting. I cut this part out because, like I said earlier, I had like 3 hours of film on my phone because I filmed with my phone. When I started doing the background, I had this really cool idea of doing all of the like little cute little monsters in the dungeon that they eat, like the mushroom that have feet and everything. Yeah, you can see them there, and like the imitation jewels, and I believe it was like the screaming carrots. I might be mixing that up, but I really liked them. And then I started painting the background, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I kind of, looking back and kind of like when I was editing this video, I wish I kept the green background. I might go back in and add these elements later, but I still love the piece anyways. But yeah, you can see, I think I gave up on the fact of not doing the background first. And yeah, I covered all of it up. Yep, there's the frustration. So when I was thinking about this piece and kind of like what I imagined in my head was Marcille like in awe with all the food from the dungeon, like kind of like falling around her. And I really liked where I was going before with making the elements a little bit bigger, but I still wanted to have the like gems, and later I add mushrooms as well. I might still add like the carrots or maybe some like vegetables as well, and the bigger mushrooms with the little feetsies because I think they're so cute. But I add those in. I still really I like how it turned out, but again, hindsight, I wish I didn't cover it up, but I still think it looks good. So kind of after I painted all of the little elements of the background, I went in with some Prismacolor, just like I did Marcille as well, and filled in the little details, which I think the gems turned out really well. I wish I kind of planned this piece out a little bit more, if you can tell by just the sheer amount of regret I have kind of with the background. But I think adding the details with the Prismacolors was a really good idea, and that's another reason why I've kind of fallen in love with gouache, is just the opportunity to create some really visually appealing artwork using mixed media, and I really like that effect. And I think creating the shadows and the highlights with these gems with the Prismacolors made them look so good. It is unfortunate, I don't think you can really tell how good they look, or maybe it's just I'm a little jaded because I drew this and this is my art and I think it's fantastic, kind of. But chef's kisses for this idea, except for the green ones. The green ones and the blue ones gave me a hassle. I did not know how to shade those correctly. Well, thank y'all for watching my very first YouTube video. I appreciate every single one of y'all who stuck it out to the end, listening to my nonsense and my declaration of starting my art career and my little rant about Instagram. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this video and listening to my voice. Hopefully it's very soothing, plus the, you know, vibey aesthetic music. But again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, put notifications bell on, share this to anybody that you think would be fun. Thank you.